should do is to find a middle ground instead of this continued quarrel.
Okay.
The middle ground is, look, give me time within which to come and present it. I also like the statement from the state government. And the state government has said they are waiting for the CTC of the judgment. And their lawyers have said, I think the letter I saw was a letter written to the speaker saying that the CTC of the judgment will come out by Friday.
Yeah.
And they will study it and advise and then know what to take. That is a very matured way of handling the issue.
Okay. Dr. Oshoma, we have to take a break now, and it's a short one. After that, we'll continue. I'm glad you talked about the CTC because that was going to be my next question. So when we return, we'll dive into that. Hello?
Hello, okay.
Okay. Faction 92.3 Nigeria Info. I'm Sam Oracle Chinedu. We're having conversations around the ultimatum given by the State House of Assembly to the executive on several issues. My guest, who is still on the phone, Dr. Liborous Oshoma, a legal practitioner and public affairs analyst, is still right here. You're welcome once again, Doctor.
Thank you, my brother.
Okay. So now we're speaking in terms of public interest and not necessarily the legality of these actions. The governor has responded to the legislature stating that they are waiting to the spirit of public interest. Made sense that the assembly halts on these ultimatums that's flying from left, right, center to see what happens on Friday and then take action beyond Friday.
Look, the response from the government is a very matured response. People were expecting that he was not going to write such a letter, and he did, addressed to the speaker, a right honorable speaker, and then intimating them of the need for them to see the CTC, because what has been reported in the judgment has been reported from the media. So, for them to see the CTC and look into it and then do the needful, which is awesome and awesome response and fantastic. So, certainly, I expect that the State House of Assembly would also be matured and reciprocate such gesture by respecting that correspondence to also halt whatever decision they want to take. Because the governor had not said, I will not present. He said, just give me time. I need to study, which I had advocated. And look, that's the best thing to do. So, for me, I am on all fours with that extension of time. And then, if there's any need for further extension, communication is key. If there's any need for further extension, the governor can always write to them to say, give me further time. We have studied it and we have seen whatever it is there. Give us time now to put documents together. And on so and so they expect us to come. Because that's the way it should be. If the governor is going to present the budget, there's a liaison officer between the governor and the House of Assembly. And then certainly the governor will communicate through such channels, which is what he has done now. So it is not rocket science. So the House of Assembly also should also respect the executive governor after such communication to halt whatever process or whatever decision they would want to take, because there's an official channel of communication. There is no letter again now stating that they will not accept that request. So I also expect that. And also there's no letter saying that they have accepted. So I expect that.
Okay.
Certainly, such communication should flow at that level, and let us spare us all of this ultimatum or not ultimatum and pre-action notice and non-pre-action notice.
All right. Finally, Dr. Oshoma, the role of the judiciary in this drama cannot be overlooked. Is it normal that a certified copy of a judgment is taking about a week to be in the public domain? Is that the normal way things happen?
I have a certified true copy of the judgment already. The judgment is out. I have the certified true copy of the two judgment. I can send them to you now.
Okay.
I have them, and so I believe that the copies to be out, certainly the parties that in the matter would have applied for it. And
okay.
And so the sensitivity of the judgment is already out, and I'm forwarding a copy to you immediately, and I've sent copies to some persons today.
Okay.
And then I'm forwarding the two copies to you. So by the one by Justice Emmanuel Agin, Jamilu, and the one by Justice Jamilu Tukor. So the CTCs are already out, and you can forward to people that also want to see and read through.
All right.
So,
but going by due process, okay, yes, I think
also, like I said, the judgment is out. Like they have said, they will need to read through it and understand what it could require them to do, and then so it is not out of place for them to say we need time to look through. But the judgment is out.
All right, I have received what you sent. But going by due process, when should the certified copy be ready after a judgment? What's the official time frame?
It depends. It depends, really. Once a judgment is delivered, depending on how technically savvy, how the Secretariat of or the registry is. In some cases, these judgments are written in longhand because of secrecy. In some cases, the judgments are written in longhand and read in long hands in open court, and then they now give it to the registry, the secretary, to type out, and then the judgment is typed. The presiding judge will read through it again to ensure that all the issues, the judgments and typos are corrected by him, and then before it is, once the correction is done, and then it is taken and signed and released to parties, who can now either scan and upload. But in some cases, if the justices of the court are internet and laptop computer savvy, they read the judgment from their laptop.
No.
And then immediately after reading from their laptop, they will tell you that a copy of such judgment will be available immediately.
Okay.
And that they have read and they have corrected, and so all they just need to do is to ask the registrar to print, and then they will sign. So it depends on but in most cases, it doesn't take more than, for Supreme Court justice and of such matters, it doesn't take more than 1 week.
Okay.
So not even up to a week, and that's why, like I told you, the judgment is out. Judgment was delivered last week Friday, and the judgment is already out. And then, because in some cases also for Court of Appeal, because you want to compile record, the Nigerian factor also. So people will need, to get CTC, so in case they want to appeal, so all of that. So that's basically, those are the legal quagmire and hurdle that we face every day.
All right, thank you, sir. As always, you've given some value to our conversation. We truly appreciate it. Thanks for your time.
Always my pleasure. Always my pleasure.
Have a wonderful day, sir.
And you too.
Okay. All right. So it's time for you and I to engage. What do you make of a couple of things, a lot of things actually? What I called in the previous hour, the 48-hour ultimatum spree. This particular situation where a lawyer is challenging the assembly to the ultimatum giving to the RSIEC chairman to appear. He quoted a part of the Constitution. And now the position of my guest is not from the legal perspective. He says that it should be from the perspective of public interest, not about who's forcing who has the power to do what, but the idea that things need to be done so that Rivers people can and should enjoy. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. Please turn off your radio as you call. Okay, we're taking your thoughts. Please turn off your radio as you call. WhatsApp is 080-903-06-416. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. What's your name?
Emeka is calling from Port Harcourt.
Right, go ahead, Emeka.
The research chairman should immediately write a letter to them, because State Assembly, I think their constitutional duty is their right to invite the research chairman to explain to the people. So if the 2 days is not enough for him, what he need to do is to write a letter to them. Either they should give him 1 week, because they say if they did not see him, they will order for his arrest, and that's the power to do so. But in order for peace to reign, the research chairman immediately write a letter to them that they should give him so time, which is normal thing, and they will still accept. The side of the governor, I don't trust the governor. In your sister station yesterday, a letter was written to the governor for an invitation through a courier. Come to your sister station yesterday. So the man went there. The pen that's supposed to collect the letter made a call in government house, that's either side or whatever. After making a call, he told the courier to send that letter back to where it's coming from. I'm telling you. So,
and you were there when this call was made? You heard the call? You were a friend of the courier guy?
Sister station yesterday. That's what we heard. Sister, one of the sisters that we get from or whatever. Yes, so that's why the government said I did not see any letter. What they saw was either the social media.
Okay.
The Assembly said they sent a letter through a courier.
All right.
So what I'm trying to say that the governor should do the needful so that, because if he did not present that allocation, our allocation will not come. So he's one holding allocation. Nobody should blame the State Assembly. If the governor didn't do the needful, they will lose our allocation. So all eyes are supposed to join the governor to do the needful so that our allocation will come. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. For the record, the station you called is not our sister station. It's important you know what that means. Jude calls from Amuma. Hello, Jude.
Sam, what happens in a situation where judgment raised by the judges in the court?
I'm sorry, I didn't get that. What?
Do not agree with the judgments in the CTC satisfied copies. Because we are hearing all kinds of stories that judgment read in court can be changed from what may come out in the CTC. I don't know whether I have such a story. Can that ever be?
I mean, I doubt. It's a copy of the judgment, so it should be the same, right? Pronouncement had been made. It's just a copy so that you have an understanding of it. So if that is changed, that's a problem. I doubt that ever happens or should happen.
Yes, Sam, don't doubt. The guy, the guest there said, sometimes they write in longhand.
Yeah.
And it's being typed or retyped by secretaries. Can secretaries put something, a clause or a language that was not used there?
No, Jude.
Because we hear the stories.
Yeah, there can be human error, right? It's possible. But the point is, this is a certified copy, which means the job of that copy is to put on paper what has been pronounced, which means the copy is a report. So if anybody changes it, that has to be a crime. While I'm not saying it's impossible, right? But it's not that should not be the case. We shouldn't have situations where... Hello?
I agree with you, Sam.
Yeah.
It is a crime. Like if all judges will use their laptop, read the judgment from their laptop, only to print it, it makes sense to me. I would doubt any variation or any change. But the ones written, most of the time, those judges are as old as me. They write in longhand and give it to the secretary, go change, go type it. And Nigeria.
Okay, well, I get, right? It's not literally impossible, but we are having this conversation on a very big probability. What if? That's a conditional statement. And a lot of things have to go wrong for that to happen. Muriel calls from Okrika. Hello, Muriel. Good evening.
Hello, Sam. Good evening.
Good evening.
This is your Okrika woman, Sam.
Go ahead.
I think I will not be surprised if our brother Timaya comes out with a song, titled 48 Hours. Because it seems to me that he loves River State crisis. Any government that comes, he seems to have a song, to suit the situation. But I want to ask, no one is saying that the 27 lawmakers should not do their job, Sam. But what River people, and especially we were concerned about, is the vendetta at which they are doing this thing. Now, if you listen to their tune, it's like a war tune. Are you doing this thing because you love River people too much? Are you insisting that if this person does not appear to you, you're going to arrest him? If this person does not bring this or that this will happen, are you doing this for the interest of the River people? Or you have come for war? Do you not know that a copy of this judgment needs to enter the hand of the governor and his, before they begin to take action on it, they study it and begin to take action? Yeah, judgment has been passed. This is audio. They need to get a copy of it. Don't you know? And you are insisting 48 hours. For me, I'm asking, after the 48 hours, what next? What will you do to the governor? And will you be doing that for the interest of the Rivers people?
Okay.
For me, it's not even about them. This thing is not even about the governor. Whatever you're doing, whatever you are doing, if you read the body language, it's not, you are not fighting the governor. It seems to us, Rivers people, that you're fighting us. You have come for us.
Okay.
I'm more than you. After 27 of you give us this kind of problem.
Muriel?
Get you in and you're getting us headache.
Muriel?
Us problem. I want to tell you, it's not right.
Muriel, can you hear me?
I'm listening to you, Sam.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So while I understand the point you're making, right, it's as valid as can be. What difference does tone of voice and body language make if I'm actually doing my job? So let's say you have a store where you sell something. I come to your store. I say, Muriel, give me this. I give you the money, right? Whether I raise my voice, I point to the thing in a one kind manner. Even if you don't like my tone of voice, if I pay you money for the service, aren't you mandated to offer the good or the service and let me go? Does my tone change anything really in the scheme of things? Should that matter?
No, Sam, you cannot compare business when you're doing business to politics, especially when it's a sensitive matter like this in River State. You know that the situation is tense already, and you're coming, you are a politician. You have to try as much as you can to down the situation. You don't come and raise the tension, you don't come and raise the dust. People are sensitive, people are looking at you. This is politics you are talking about, Sam. So your body language and your tone, everything is important. You cannot tell me that the governor is not sad or is not wicked or with the situation or is not angry. But don't you see it? Is he raising dust? When he talks and speaking and he's even smiling. But that does not mean that he's not angry. Trying to doubt the situation. Even Jonathan said that if it was not the way Jonathan reacted when Jonathan lost election, everywhere Niger Delta would have boiled. But look at his body language. It was his body language that downs the situation when he lost election.
All right.
I should know better.
Okay, Muriel.
Thank
you very much.
You don't do that to us.
Okay, with the Jonathan point, you actually got me. Yes, the body language of the former president made a whole lot of difference. West calls from Buguma. Hello, West. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, this is constitutional matter. Now, the highest court of the land, the highest court of the land, has said it, that His Excellency the Governor of Rivers State violated some sections. Presenting budget to only 4 persons is illegal. Sam, we are talking about democracy. We are not talking about intimidation. We are not talking about maybe no respect or not. Just like the lawyer said, the governor should be respected. No one is accusing or disrespecting the governor. The governor knew all these things. If the governor really wants peace in Rivers State, when the Supreme Court has said that the 23 chairmen, they came illegally, they sacked them. Is it not the duty of the governor to call the assembly members and what is the next? Without seeing the CTC, the paper, you went and asked Andover government to the HLGA. Didn't you wait for trustee? Didn't you wait for the CTC? Please, let me tell you this. River State is peaceful. Every person should know. 27 lawmakers, which is 27 constituency, we are being deprived from their freedom. They are being deprived from the constitution, from their budget. They are giving myself Glasgow constituency 1 and outside of constituency 2. We don't even know what is happening for 1 year and 1 year plus. Then you are telling me that the governor has everything to do. Let him make peace with them. Simple.
Okay.
The governor should return the budget back to them.
Okay.
Now he said he's waiting for the copy.
Thank you very much.
If the governor did not have the copy, if he did not have the copy, then after the governor went and put the SHA to go the chairman to hand over local government affairs, then why didn't you wait for trustee?
Okay, Wes.
Now for the research box now, you should go there. Now so you are talking about the research block have come to timetable again. He wants to conduct the elections, but as a where did he have the money? Which money? The last election held that they just condemned. The money did you got those money for? Those are things that they want to do. Let us not deceive ourselves. River State is peaceful. Nobody is above money. Nobody is with home of all these things.
All right.
All are in River State. We are born sons of River State.
Thank you very much, West.
The state is peaceful.
I have to move on now. I think we all cannot wait for tomorrow. Lots of things happen tomorrow. According to the timeline the state government gave, they will have themselves a copy of the judgment, the certified copy, tomorrow. According to what the State Assembly has said, they will go on recess tomorrow. I think there's one ultimatum, one of the 2 48-hour ultimatums that should be expiring tomorrow. I have, according to what my guest sent me, copies of the certified judgment on my phone as of this time. So a lot of reading is going to happen. JJ calls from PH Town. Hello, JJ. Good evening.
Yeah. Sam, good evening.
Good evening.
Sam, I remember sometimes ago at the National Assembly, let me greet your guest. I think somebody that was alleged to have taken some money was invited by the National Assembly. And the guy said, look, I'm not around. I won't be around for the next 2 weeks. when I come back, I will meet you people. This is somebody that was alleged to have stolen money, and they gave him that chance. I also remember there are times people are invited. They say, come by social time, not even 48 hours, so it can even be one full week. And those people will not come. They reschedule. I think these guys need to learn about the work they are supposed to be doing, not the army. It's just like the headline you read in the 3 o'clock hour, where the army went to disco, beat them up. This is the same thing they are doing right now. Oh, if you don't come, it's police arresting you. I don't get this whole thing at all. If you say we are in a democracy, let's act like we're in democracy.
No, but JJ,
48 hours this,
JJ,
48 hours that.
JJ,
Hello.
I believe that the urgency of the matter at hand should affect the time frame, right? If it is something, no, hold on. If it's something of utmost importance, if it's an emergency, for example, right?
Your emergency, is it my emergency?
This is the budget. It's the appropriation bill. It is urgent for all of us.
Relying on. The governor has said, I need the CTC, I will get it on Friday, and I need to study it and know what's up. Even former President Goodluck Jonathan, when the Supreme Court said, reinstate Justice Ayo Salami, the president of the appeal court, he was studying the judgment for some time. So what is the big deal?
Okay, JJ, let me ask you this direct question. Do you think that issues around the budget, the appropriation bill, is urgent? Yes or no? Is that an urgent issue?
No, it's not an urgent issue.
Why is that not an urgent issue?
Now, let me conclude my response now.
Okay.
Now, you have something like what they call advance payment guarantees. The issue of revenue coming to River State was stopped. They said until you present the budget. So you already have a guarantee. So what is the issue about Roy 48 hours, 48 days? People travel, presidents of countries travel. When they hear that something happened, they come back. Where are they going to with the research?
When the budget is presented, there will be some analysis. You realize that with every passing day, the salaries of workers are literally at stake.
That is bringing budget.
What?
It's the governor that will write them that I'm bringing budget so that not them urging the governor. That's how it's done. That is why the National Assembly, maybe the Senate will announce that the president have written to us that is coming for a joint section at so time.
There are workers whose salaries are tied to how this plays out. There are families.
Yes, now. That is why the governor said, let me study this thing so that it doesn't affect the family you don't want it to affect.
Well, the earlier the better.
Be on the same page.
The earlier the better. I think that's
earlier the better, but not 48 hours, because the governor earlier said on Sunday last week, before the Monday, Tuesday that you gave ultimatum, that he will get the CTC on Friday.
Okay.
So why not work with him?
All right, JJ.
Why like the army that has attacked Ikeja electricity?
No. Excuse me. Okay. Thank you, JJ. And Lugard is my final call. I apologize, Lugard. We took some of your time, but you just have a minute. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Oracle, I agree especially.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I'm to make sure.
All right.
Yes, ultimatum by Madison led assembly. For me, I would say that is an empty threat. Because why I say so is that Supreme Court did not reinstate them for them to come to River State and begin to incite problems. Because what I'm seeing is what they are doing is invitation of anarchy. For me, I want to say that their threat is neither here nor there. Because majority of Rivers people are in support of Sinore Fubara. And they will not put their hand and watch so few persons because they are few. Maybe to begin to threaten the governor of Rivers State that was duly elected by Rivers people. So I want to appeal to them. If they don't know what to do, please they should slow down the assembly and keep quiet and allow the governor do why he's been elected as a governor.
All right.
Look at this young man. This 2 years and his administration, he has performed more than what 8 years of we could not do.
Okay.
So what people are doing is just beating war of drum. Please, nobody.
Thank you very much. We're officially out of time. A break happens now, and if there's time after that, I'll take a few messages. Please stay with us.
Nigeria Info.